2, 1. But you didn't press live. I don't think you pressed live. Is it live?
We're live.
Are we?
25
Are you sure?
seconds in. Yeah.
I can't see the live button.
I've got
Anyway.
live on my thing, live 30. I've got 3 watches.
Friday. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, we're a little bit late. We were just having a little convo. How are we all this morning? Pull up with your morning coffee. Thank you, Jay, for that confirmation. I was like, oh, are we? Are we not? I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Okay. I kept saying this thing, press live. I'm like, I have pressed live. But then maybe you haven't seen it.
I am here now. Good morning. Pull up with your morning coffee, your brekkie, and a smile. Some good vibes. It is Friday. We're at the end of the week. Hopefully we can relax. Hopefully we've got some good weather here. The sun is shining outside. As I can see, my screen's black.
I can see it perfect.
Same. There's a glitch in the system again. It's because Facebook has changed their name to Meta. If you can still hear me, I'll still come on.
You black, Meta. You black out.
Peekaboo! Am I here yet?
We'll remove you. Should I remove you and then bring you back?
What about now?
I can see you.
Morena, atamari. I'm black. Oh, have I gone again?
Oh, we see you. There you go.
Let us know.
Look, en masse, they all just said it.
There you are.
We did that for visual effect.
And you're gone again. Hopefully it will come back. Anyways, good morning, Brick Bro. What do we got on? You can off because I'm just the screen.
Well, I don't know. But to be honest, we're just gonna have some yarns. Basically, what we want to do today is just, tell some really random stories. Yeah, you're black again. Tell some random stories. If you've got random stories, put them in the comment section below. Like I was telling Mo today that I found this old war horse in the back of a drawer, and it was sitting in the back, and I was wondering what it was, and it was like wrinkled up, and then I was like, oh, I bust out this.
Yeah, the old.
So this is gonna be my new paddling hat.
Love a good find in the bottom of the drawers. Yeah. Who else has it? Who else hides their stuff in the bottom of the drawers? Forgets that it's there, and then like the old, like sometimes I like to have. This might sound weird. In my undie drawer, I like having like my good bras and like my good undies, and then like sometimes I like to hoard them. So then for the next like 3 days, all my good ones are stacked up. Or if there's something planned for the weekend, it's like those ones are all stacked up. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I found my good bra down the bottom because I had been stacking all the other ones at the tops. I love those good finds.
I would imagine for ladies, bras are the worst thing to fold and put away, right? Because you got wires, they're like an awkward shape. They're just, guys, we've got t-shirts and shorts, singlets, maybe the odd long sleeve top, maybe some trackies. That's really about it. We're pretty simple. Whereas you guys have got like, Elon Musk-esque engineering feats of frills and layers and seams. I personally would hate to do that, but and I would imagine a lot of it would be like lying behind things and.
Oh, handy. Like I feel like there's always hidden stuff. Like I do that with my stunt socks. Like I'll go through when I know I've done the washing, folded the washing and put the washing away. I'll put those ones that I've just like washed and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to wear these. But then I didn't wear all the other good ones the week before. So then it's not until I've rummaged and I was like, oh, I've missed you. You can come here. I couldn't find my new crop tube top with the bear on it, and it was driving me crazy past 2 or 3 weeks ago. I sometimes do that with my Lulus. If I've packed them, folded my washing, and it's gone like t-shirt, and then I've only had one pair of tights, and then I'll put my tights on and then it'll be like t-shirt, and then I'll put all my t-shirts in the drawer, and then I'm like, where's my like scallop looped Lulus?
Yeah,
I can't find them. Love that, and I love when I do find them. Like here they are.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I've like everyone knows I've got a lot of socks, right? I've got way too many socks. But I've also got, I don't know, 80 t-shirts, something like that. Like all of them are training tops. And look, there's the angry children today. No devices. Yeah.
Unlucky use.
Unlucky use. And look at him. He's just like,
not happy. Oh, unlucky, bro.
He's just on the charge. He's like Grumpy Smurf rocking around. He's going down the hallway.
Because you're mocking him.
yeah, I am mocking him. Don't worry, Ayla's eating a nice block next to me. I don't know where I was going with that conversation. Well, I don't know.
Yes,
I lost
your
my train of
t-shirts
thought.
or socks.
Oh, yes, I got so many t-shirts, right? And the other day I was like, oh, I wonder what some of them, because usually you wash your t-shirts, you fold them, they go back on top. So the ones at the bottom that you've stacked up there, you haven't seen them for a few months. And so I was busting out some old school Under Armour tops I've had for 10 odd years. And I was like, yo, this is awesome.
80 t-shirts. Do we think that's a bit excessive?
No.
That's like, imagine if you just wore like a t-shirt every day of the 75, like one of those for the draw. Like you would See, I've got this just same rotation,
Yeah.
The same rotation of clothes, and until they get worn out, and I'll get some more, and then that's what it is. It's real buzzy, eh? It's like conditioned.
Like I've got my favorite sock drawer that I generally always go to, but then I've got like 3 other drawers that are just full of socks that I probably haven't worn in 18 months.
Yeah. Hey, I've been watching. I don't know if anyone has 3 on Channel 3. They've got that SAS Who Dares Wins. Used to be an old TV show, but it's that old like military style. But now they've got like the celebrities in there, and it is. I think I dreamt about it last night. Actually, I dreamt about Channel and Marcus were in my dream last night. Marcus was fixing something, Channel, but that's all I could get. But then I was like riding this bike, and there was all these cops pulling over these people, and I don't know what it's called when you like they stuff your mouth, or they put a cloth over your mouth and they like put water in your mouth. Like how they do that Navy's. They were doing that to the people that were getting pulled over for like just getting in trouble, I guess. And I was just like, whoa, that's intense. But I don't know if because we watched an episode before bed last night, and because it's quite intense, like it's real, like I giggle quite a lot when the main guy is just so ruthless. Like he doesn't give an F about anything, and because they have to. That's the mentality of the SAS, right? Like, can you relate to any of like that hard out soldier, like that type of stuff? Like, what would you do in that situation?
Oh, you know what? To be honest, no, I don't. Because I just don't remember it being like that. See, the army really changed a lot, kind of when I joined in 1999, it was like the very end of what would be considered like the boot camp-esque, angry, you get your head kicked in because you're whatever. That was kind of like the end. Yeah, it really was the end. And the thing I remember when we were doing close quarter training, like fighting, one of the instructors went a little bit overboard. He actually clipped one of the students with a stick in the back of the ear. And it was, and that instructor got charged and he got demoted.
Yeah.
But previously that probably would not have happened. Fast forward to now, I know that the military there's a lot of, it's all about, you can't shout and swear at them anymore. You can't. We used to get things like our rooms hurricaned a lot. I think I probably told the stories of, you'd be marching back from, say, a day on the range. You're tired. You're probably wet. It's been raining for like 6 hours and you've been in the rain the whole time. And you're marching back and then someone's left the window slightly ajar. The instructors have found it. So what they've done is they've gone into your room and taken all your stuff and thrown it out the window.
Yeah.
Your beds, your wardrobes, your clothes, everything is out on the parade ground. And, 8 beds, 8 tall boys, 8 small boys, you shoot, like everything is out there. And you're like, oh,
Yeah, like, so the guy, they're like just ruthless. Like it is like they trying to get a reaction from them. And so like, Sam Burgess is on it. There's like Manu, the chef, he was on it. But it like Jay just said, it's interesting to see how people respond. But like the way that the guy speaks, it actually cracks me up. And do you know who I think would be really good on it? Nissi. Like I reckon Nissi would be able to like. I think it's like that whole like controlling how you react in situations, and then like the whole, if you can't handle your emotions, your whole team's going down. Like it's like that life or death situations. And I think I kind of froth on it because I feel like that's my everyday is a life or death situation. And I'm like, well, that's pretty extreme to go to those levels, but highly recommend that if you haven't seen it. I reckon you would quite enjoy it. I reckon it might give you some memories of
some flashbacks.
Some flashbacks of, like you just said, have your room hurricaned and
the
first episode actually, which I'm quite interested is they get tear gas. What does it do? Like,
so imagine, when you cut up onions and you cry, it has that same residual effect, right? But it's a million times worse. So the idea of tear gas, right, is crowd control and dispersal. So you're looking at to disorientate and it's kind of like non-lethal force, right? So
you're not going to die.
Or you can't. Well, I've never known anyone to die.
Yeah.
When we used to get gas as part of our training when I was an engineer. So we used to have the gas. They called it the gas chamber. It's probably got a different name now because of the PC world. That's probably changed. It's this little square building in what they call the demolition range down in Linton. And you would go through this house 3 or 4 times over the course of a week. And what they would do is they would have a couple of instructors in there. You're in full gear, so that full NBC suit. You got your gas mask on. They throw a couple of gas grenades in there, and then basically, your first time in there is that you got your gas mask on. You walk in and you walk out, right? And there's really nothing on. They think to challenge you, and then what they do is that they get you then to train, so you're really sweaty, and then they get you to go through there, and then they get you to take your mask off. And then put it back on, purge it, and then go back out. And now the challenge is that when you're really sweaty, your pores are open.
Yeah.
The tear reacts to that and stings. It is like being scratched with nails the whole time. It's like it burns. That's the worst part. It's not your eyes, it's that. And it's quite hard to breathe. And then the last one, there was two other times I got gas. The other one was that I walked in, and then the instructors grabbed me from behind, ripped my mask off, and then like pummeled me onto the floor. And then I had to try and find my gas mask, put it on, purge it, and then get out. And that was really tough because we had been training with sweaty, you got these, I was like 74, 75 kilos when I first joined and I was doing this. I was quite tiny, my height, but quite like a runt.
Yeah.
And these dudes were like 110. They bullied the shit out of me onto the ground.
Yeah.
And we did that, and then the last one was we were all lined up outside, and it was a really still day, like a perfect day, no wind at all. And they lined us up in 3 ranks, and then they threw like half a dozen gas grenades at us, and you weren't allowed to move. You had to stay at attention,
like a real life Call of Duty.
Yeah, and it was that bad. People were power chucking. It was, and you always knew when people were going through the gas chamber, because if we went through the mess hall that night, because it sticks on you for at least a couple of days, like you could smell it, and you start to see people in the mess hall start to wipe their eyes because they don't, what the hell's going on? But it's because we all are fuming with these, and they're all starting to get it as well.
That's me this weekend, going to get a whole bunch of onions, going to chop them up and see if I can handle it.
Yep, stick your head in it.
Yeah, I almost feel like I want to know what that feels like in a real weird way. But I was like, I didn't know if the people were exaggerating on the show, like they gagging, dry reaching, and I was like, wow.
Depending on how thick the mixture is, it can get pretty nuts. Like, but it's not as like if there's wind blowing, it'll just be like a whole lot of onions in one room. It'll just be really annoying.
Whole lot of onions in one room. Far out. Man. Anyone got any would you rathers for us this morning? crack on with some would you rathers. We haven't played this in a little while. I've also got the random question generator open.
Yeah, bust some of those out to me.
What are your favorite 5 words at the moment? Ooh. Trash. That's just because of the boys. What else is there?
Neo and Soul watched Lanky Box, and he's one of the guys who goes, bruh.
Bruh. Yeah, I think that's like the new age, eh? It's so funny hearing the kids be like, that's legit. And I'm like,
yeah.
Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
I only learned what that means like last year. No.
Yeah. They've got their own little vernacular, their own little vocab. And yeah. What do you say, Ayla? You say instead of the bitch word, you say what?
Bish.
Oh, bish. Bish.
Or
biatch.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. Got the no. Wait, another question. What is something you predict will exist in 10 years that doesn't today?
That I predict in 10 years that doesn't today?
Yeah, what's something you predict will exist in 10 years that doesn't today?
Well, actually, it's just been invented. It's called the Jetson, actually. But I think it'll be mass-produced as the new version of the ATV four-wheeler. And it's actually
Jetson, eh?
Yeah, it's called a hovercopter. And so you sit on it like a four-wheeler, but it's got like the rotary blades of a drone.
Oh, that is cool.
And you can fly it around like at really low height, and it's like at 40k an hour, goes for 20 minutes.
It's like a go-kart helicopter.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
That is sick.
Yeah, have a Google it. It's only just been invented.
Yeah, I've literally
I reckon that's
4 days ago that video was released.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely Google team. Definitely jump on the Google for that one. Would you rather wear goggles with onion rings in them for 5 minutes or eat a dozen onions in 5 minutes? Ooh.
Eat a dozen onions.
Would you?
Yeah. Well, remember I told you when I used to smoke and I used to try to hide it from mum and I'd eat an onion?
Ayla, don't get any hints, Ayla.
So when I used to smoke cigarettes when I was young, I would eat onions. Right. I'd be like an apple. I'd be like,
wow. Nah, not even. I'd do it cooked, but not.
And I'd rub it on my fingers because you had the nicotine on your fingers.
Yeah.
And then I'd put them under the soap and wash them, and then I'd have that sort of feel of being in a bakery where I worked.
Oh gosh. Oh nah, that's see, just even the thought of it will make me gag a little. I'm still looking at that Jetson. I really want one.
It's pretty dope, eh? Like I was like, I want that for the beach.
Do you people watch? If so, where do you like to do it the most?
People watch?
Yeah, well, we've been in lockdown for the last
lockdown,
72 days.
I love it at the mall. Like you sit at the cafes, like in the middle, and you just watch. And it was like, more like the cafes, like towards where you got the big food court. Say if we use Albany Mall, right? Got the big food court here, and then you got the long line of shops, and you got those little cafes kind of dotted in the middle.
Yeah.
I sit one of those because it's funny watching people because you're always like, they're having a fight. He's pissed at her. Those kids aren't being good, and they're just like, and you start to go, I wonder what they're like. I wonder if they're like me.
Yeah.
And I wonder what they do. And then you're like, oh man, they need to go buy new shoes. Whatever. So, and I'm totally judging. And no doubt they're probably doing the same for me. God, look at that guy, those kids.
I think the food court's a very good space to people watch. I love like concerts or like where there's big open spaces of people and just having a little giggle. Yeah, and just being like, wonder what they're up to. Or like kind kind of judging or just trying to like do the role play of what that situation is. I do a lot of role play of what's going on there, or like, oh, wonder what he's getting in trouble for, or like, she looks like she's going handy on him. Those ones are always a good laugh.
I like sometimes, I can't remember who, I think I might have played it with you sometimes. You know, you go, oh, what do you reckon that guy's name is?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love picking people's names, and then like, you know, even the sometimes doing the "Oi, Jeff."
Yeah.
Jeff, and they look and hi. No, that one's not good. What is the next skill set? Oh, what is the next skill set that you'd like to learn really well?
Oh, I've always wanted to be able to play the guitar.
Mm.
You know, I've got no musical inkling in my body whatsoever. Right? I love music, but I don't know D's and G's and whatever.
Yeah.
But I've always been, I always love watching people play the guitar and what they can do. Like, it's an incredible skill. And I would love to learn or have an ability to learn it.
Yeah. My dyslexic stumps me, trying to read it. So I try play by ear, but that's still pretty hard. Slow and steady, but we're getting there. Okay. What are some of the things you don't understand about the opposite sex?
Oh shit.
I know. This is like this is a good one for everyone that's on. Let us know in the comments. What is something that you don't understand about the opposite sex? I think you even like said it before, like even just like folding bras. Like that's even like I can't fathom that. For me, about
why do you gotta ask 30 questions when one question will suffice?
Oh, a good one. That's a good one to be like.
And I'm generalizing here, but that's I would say that you don't fit in that category, but I know people that will ask, ladies that will ask 17 different types of questions just to go, so where are we going?
But then Peter puts in, mate, why can't you answer all 30 though? I feel like it just.
I don't have 2 hours, Peter.
What don't I understand? Sometimes I feel like men or boys. It must be just a sense of just like, I don't know, but I feel like boys are more. They have no worries, whereas girls have more worries. If that makes sense.
We're
like I see a lot of memes. Like and it's like the girl in the bed and she's like lying on the side and it's like a thought bubble and it's like, he doesn't love me because he's not cuddling me. And then the image is on him and then the bubble's like, I got to get up and make sure that I do 20 bicep curls. Or like it will be like gotta make sure I tell the boys in the game tomorrow that I'm changing my skins. Like just real non how she can overthink that and he can be in a whole different space.
It's like
that one gets me. That one really gets me. So 30 questions gives 30 words.
Yeah. What else? There was another one that you girls do that just what is it? Oh, yeah. Why do you guys always give us loaded questions?
What
example?
Example.
Like the answer, whatever we say, it's not going to be the right answer, regardless of the situation. Did the quintessential? Does this dress make me look frumpy or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. How do I answer this? Or do you think she's hotter than me? It's like, why would you ask that question? Like, I'm not gonna do. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
I like how you even noted that as loaded questions because that is that's like a free shot, really.
Yeah, that's like a 6-bullet revolver, and I might as well just stick it close to my thigh and just shoot it.
Oh, that's a giggle. This one as well. I also agree with Eda. Why do you always rearrange or constantly scratch your nuts?
Like they stick.
Yeah.
Because it sweats down there, right? And so if you think about, okay, this is probably going to be a really bad analogy, but okay, so if you fill up a plastic bag, right? You know, a plastic bag, you fill up with a bit of water. That sloshing sensation is what happens down there for us. And so if it gets sticky or wet or something, like it's just got to be moved, and like it doesn't always sit perfectly. So if you sit down, you might catch a bit of skin underneath the thigh. So you got to go.
How?
You know what I mean? Like why do girls always do this?
No, it's always why do girls put stuff down in their bras?
Yeah.
They're not pockets, but they are. I'm talking to you, Carly. Love a good pocket in the boob. We love to test every minute of the day. Keep yous on your toes. Definitely. That's a really good question to bring up some situations in a safe space. Don't do it alone because it might get heated.
I actually remember a guy. I can't remember his name. So I used to live with a guy called Dan Mellon, way back in the day when I first moved to Auckland, and he used to be part of a group of young guys that used to go and play squash, and it was called NWT, the NWT club. So No Wives Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the boys would all get together, they go play squash, just like good old beer, and have beers and whatever. And his name was Rug. That was right. His name was Rug, this guy. And he was like quite a successful financial, like a trader. He was really quite successful, and he's quite a personable guy. And I walked in, and Danny goes, "Oh, Rug, this is Abe." And Rug goes, "Oh, g'day, mate. How'd you lose your virginity?" First time I ever met him, and that was the line that he gave me. And I was just like, I was sitting there, I was going,
I haven't.
You kind of stayed. Do I actually tell the story? I don't know you from a bar of soap. So I turned around and I was like, well, how did you lose yours? He then proceeded to give me a 20-minute spiel on exactly how that happened. And I was like, oh, well, I suppose I better didn't tell my story. So, and so it was such a random thing. And it was one of those, talking about random stories today that kind of popped up.
Yeah.
And then a few years afterwards, and some people who are really big rugby fans might remember this, but there was like a Chiefs Blues game, and the Chiefs won, and there was they did the press conference. Well, this guy Rug and another guy pretended to be reporters and went in and actually asked like half a dozen questions before they got found out, and they were asking questions in the same vein of what I just said.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have went viral.
Yeah, he was like the original, he should have been on Jackass, that guy. That's how nuts he was.
Oh, funny. This is so funny. Some good chats this morning. What are we up to for the weekend, bro? What is everyone up to for this weekend?
Paddleboarding tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the morning, it's Sparrow's fart. So there's a few of us going out to watch, hopefully, a bit of a sunrise.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I've got to run with Jenna at Riverhead at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Nice.
And then just probably some odds and ends. And, it's first of the month on Monday, November.
Yeah.
Last month of spring.
Wow.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
I don't know if we're doing anything for
that.
Yeah.
Damn. That just sunk in. It's going to be November on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his birthday.
So less than it'll be 2 months to New Year's. 80 days.
Wow.
60 days,
Wow.
60 days.
Wow. And it's the Rogue Invitational this weekend as well.
Pardon?
But it's the Rogue Invitational this weekend as well.
It is, yes. Yeah. They all got cowboy boots and cowboy outfits as part of the package.
Cool.
What was really interesting is that Rogue has the biggest prize purse ever, and it's Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Wow. So what they've done is and it's really
That's good.
Thinking, it's dope, right? So every athlete will get something. So at the Rogue Invitational, every athlete got their travel paid for, their hotel paid for, and at a minimum, they're going to get $6,000. Right.
But
So
they
if you're
get some
last,
Bitcoin.
you'll get $6,000. No, you'll get $6,000.
Yeah.
The winner though will get up to $400,000, and a majority of that will be in currency of Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah, and then but on top of other things. So because the idea is that because that NFT kind of currency stuff that's going around,
wow,
that seems to be like the next big thing.
It is
pretty buzzy.
Yeah, it is pretty buzzy. Pretty cool, like how fast it's moving to CrossFit. Definitely. So I definitely will be hopefully watching some of the Rogue Invitational, see who's all in the up and coming.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm going to round us up for quote of the day, and I'm going to let whoever's on pick a number between 72 and 82. Anyone on now? 72 or 82? Pick a number between in. And I will round us up for quote of the day. 73 for you, Mr. Curtis. You were fast. Oh, it's a bit of a long one, but I'm feeling quite confident this morning.
Yeah, you got to persevere.
At bottom, I don't even know if it's supposed to be like that. At bottom, every man knows well enough that he is a unique being. Only once on this earth, and by no extraordinary chance will such a marvelously picturesque piece of diversity in a unity as he is ever be put together a second time. Pretty much the same as only one of you. I'm kind of gauging off that. By Frederick. It's Nietzsche. I don't know. But that's what it is. Kind of just saying there's only one of you on this earth. So love yourself. Be kind. We are day 59 of our 75. I can't wait to hit the 60 tomorrow. I know that we are on the almost home stretch, but not home stretch. When I get to those 10 days, that's when we're going to be on that home stretch. But I probably won't be here on Monday, team. I've got some mahi, but the bro will be. So make sure you pull up with your good vibes and just have a good weekend. Get out in the sunshine. And that's all I've got to say from Auntie Mo. But that's me. Banter out.